My number one best health hack or tip that I've ever done, I'm going to give you 11 tips. The last one I think is the most valuable. They don't cost anything and they work within seconds. You know how much I don't like fluff, so let's dive right in with number one. It's a brain fog eraser because it works really fast. The best way to handle brain fog, hands down, is consuming high quality protein. Red meat, could be a hamburger. Nutrient dense meat will work. In fact, any animal protein will work, but it works better with the higher quality protein. Typically, brain fog comes from a hypoglycemic situation where your blood sugar is low because you ate some carbohydrate previously, and then today you have brain fog. Taking more vitamins is not going to help. You can consume high quality protein, and within maybe a minute, your brain is feeling good. Let's go to number two, increase something called CO2. When you're stressed out, your breathing is going to be off. You're hyperventilating and you're getting a lot of oxygen. What allows oxygen to go deep into the cells to be utilized in the red blood cell is CO2. This is why someone in a panic attack, they'll instantly calm down because they're actually getting more oxygen. Anytime you're in a state of panic, stress, especially anxiety, start breathing through your nose to restrict the oxygen. We're going to increase the ratio, add more CO2 to oxygen, and now that oxygen is going to go in there, it's going to start to pull you out of this panic attack. It's so simple. You should know about it. And it can also help you go to sleep very quickly if you're stressed out. Number three is take your hands, okay, both fingers like this, and you press that underneath the right rib cage, about an inch off the midline. You want to feel in around there until you find it. You're going to find like a kind of a knot, and you're going to hold that pressure gently for about 1 to 2 minutes. And you're going to feel like a draining effect because what you're doing is you're opening up the ducts from the pancreas, allowing for the food and the digestive juices to travel through. Chances are if you have like right shoulder pain, that will go away too because there's a connection between the gallbladder and the right shoulder. Also, you're going to breathe better because there's less pressure underneath your rib cage. We have kind of a traffic jam because maybe you ate something that your body has to really release a lot of bile salt or an enzyme or acid to break it down. I've done this for many years. It works great. You'll get so much relief. Let's go to number four. Let's say, for example, you have pain in your left thumb. What you want to do is you want to work on the opposite thumb, the mirror image location of where you have the most intense pain, and you start to massage it. If you press on the mirror image exact opposite point, it'll be twice as tender. I know, it's weird. You're going to find that real tender spot. You find it, hold that for a little bit of time, and then maybe 20 seconds, this pain completely gone. It really works. What about if you have pain on the front part of the body right here, or even the back part? You can work on the front. What you want to do is you want to identify at the level of where it is in your back and draw a line right through the body. Just pretend there's like an arrow going through you. What you can do is you can press and massage on your sternum on the front part to help the back part. Number five, this is mainly for tight muscles. You stretch the opposite muscle. Let's say, for example, I'm trying to tilt my head back and it's stiff. Stretch the back part of the muscles, just going forward. Stretch it like this, and then you'll be able to go back. So you always stretch the opposite muscles. I don't just focus on the tight muscle. I work on the opposite one too. Number six, work specifically for a weak muscle, but it can also work for fatigue. And this simply is putting a little sea salt underneath your tongue. Gives you a lot of minerals, including sodium and chloride. And sodium is the majority of sea salt. And when you're deficient in sodium, wow, your muscles will be weak. By putting it underneath the tongue, it goes right into the body really quickly. Now, you could also, dissolve some sea salt in water and drink that too. And you'll feel like an instant change with your muscles. They'll feel stronger. They feel more energetic, and you will have more energy too. Number seven is to create instant relaxation when you're trying to sleep at night. You will not be able to sleep that well if your neck is stiff. There is a great technique to relax the neck. It just creates a instant full body relaxation to the point where you're just going to go to sleep. There's two ways to do this. There's a device that you can use, but you don't need the device. You can have someone do this to you. I'm going to show you a little demo on it right now. Check it out. In order to sleep, you have to have a very relaxed neck. And if you fell on your tailbone or had a neck injury, you definitely want to do this. But these specific points, they're right here and here. are points that are very, very relaxing. And if you press into them, you can just press like this right into those little spots there. It's going to release a lot of stress. But you can do it yourself. So go ahead and put your hands in the right place there. Okay, good. So you see how she interlocks her fingers, and then she wants to put her thumbs. I want to straighten the thumb out, and we want the pad right there and right here. Okay, so she's going to hold that right there and press into that spot. Okay, and keep her elbows out here. Yeah. Okay, she's going to hold that for, I would say, about 2 minutes. And it's a little bit easier if she's laying down on her back because she can have gravity put the pressure in there. But this, you can do it sitting fine, but as long as the shoulders are okay. Sometimes if the shoulders are too stiff, you can't do it. Number 8, take about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in maybe 3 to 4 ounces of water. Drink it down. Wait, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. And do another one of those. The acid, which is very strong, it's going to go into your stomach and it's going to help you digest. It's not just going to help the stomach. It's going to trigger both the pancreas and the gallbladder to release their juices. But I do want to add one additional thing, betaine hydrochloride, and it's an acidifier. You would have to take like 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time. Wow, that really helps get rid of the bloating to the point where you're going to feel more comfortable. Number 9, this technique involves your joints. Usually the joint pain is coming from a problem with your fascia. Fascia is the wetsuit that is covering everything. It's all connected. There's some really amazing stretches that you can do on the opposite side of your body to give yourself some relief. You're going to scissors your legs and come right down and keep your upper body as straight as possible. And then take your left leg and straighten out your knee if possible. Okay, so now I'm squatting down with my right leg. Do this for 10 seconds, and then you're going to do the opposite side. Or which muscle is tighter, left or right? And obviously, you're going to spend a little more time on the area that's tight. Then what you do is do step 2, which is simply you're raising your arm. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch all the muscles and ligaments that are in the fascia that's connected to the opposite side, okay? So you'll do that for 10 seconds, okay? And then do the opposite side. Number 10, people would come in with these headaches all the time, right? And I would locate where the headache is. And then I would ask them this one question. Have you ever in your life had a head injury? And they're like, yes, I have. Okay, what happened? I was in a car. I hit another car and a box flew off and it hit me right on the head. I'm like, wow, okay. A lot of people have had head injuries. What happens is that tends to create an impact and create some type of stuck energy that then can give them a headache years later. What you do is you press into it from the outside, maybe draw a circle, an inch around it or 2 inches around it, press around it, but towards it. It seems to release that energy. For example, if it's right here, you're going to press into it or up around it, and you're going to come around and back into it. If it's on the forehead right here, you can press into it like this, into it like that. That releases that tension and creates an instant headache relief. Number 11, sinus problems. Any type of breathing problems, whether it's sleep apnea, deviated septum, sinus issue, you are about to give them a tremendous amount of relief. Treating it like an injury, you press in there and you're just going to hold that pressure while you're going into the nose. They're going to go, wow, I can breathe better. But let's say, for example, they never had an injury to the nose. Then you can go the opposite side. You can take these sutures that are right connect and you can press in and out this way. So you're basically taking the traction and you bring it outward right here, right there. I'm not flipping off. So you just take that out and you just pull that out this way. Gives you a lot of relief through the sinuses. There you have it. 11 of my favorite health hacks. Please comment below on any of the ones that you applied that you were successful with. And I will see you in the next video.